Hey guys, Richard at Ryden's Room here, doing my latest Doctor Who review again. Changed the background a little bit, so it's not quite the same. It's the same disc, sure. Yes, this is, having already done the recording for the Victorian England Christmas episode of David Morsey, this is the next one. This is the Easter Day episode, or was it whatever day, if Saturday was Easter in 2009, or if not, whatever day Saturday was, whatever Easter Day Saturday was, no, Easter Day's always Sunday. But yeah, so it's basically in the middle, Good Friday to Easter Sunday. Wow, my memory of events like that is terrible. But so yes, Doctor Who eventually moved to a Sunday spot. If it aired on Sunday, it would have been Easter. I mean, could it have done? Nah, I'm sure this was Saturday like all of them. That would just confuse the audience and lost viewers way too much, like when Doctor Who would keep being moved around repeatedly to fit other shows like Strictly Come Dancing, which is so dumb. But yeah, in this era, that sort of thing wasn't happening, thankfully. So, on to it. The Easter Day episode, Planet of the Dead. Now, this is the weakest one, without a doubt. Next one is a complete masterpiece, one of the greatest episodes of all time, and the finale is a really great episode, but not as good. This is easily the worst one, so let's get to it. So, there's a bank robber, Michelle Ryan, Zoe from EastEnders in the 90s, has stolen a big diamond from this museum. She makes her escape from the police on a bus. The Doctor happens to be on there, he's tracking something. And the bus goes through a wormhole, ends up on some desert planet with no way back. As the bus driver finds out to his cost when he runs through the portal and gets skeletonized, and then his skeleton falls back onto Earth, which is bad. But yeah, they're basically stuck there trying to find a way out. The woman Christina decides she will be the leader, but delegate, therefore have the Doctor take charge, even if she's in charge. That's quite funny. And yeah, there's a good little group of characters. One of the Julies from Bad Girls, didn't recognise her for a while, even I just watched Bad Girls Series 1 a few weeks ago. But I was knew she looked familiar, like she needs to actress or something. Yeah, she's from there. A couple of younger guys as well. Can't remember his name, but a really big name actor now, who was one of the background characters in the show Skins, Daniel Kaluuya or something. And a couple of other ones. Yeah, they're good characters. They're kind of just there, don't do a mess about. And then you got the other characters who are not in that planet, on that planet. Lee Evans, with glasses, with a Welsh accent, who has a complete hero worship, which may be a crush on the Doctor, which is, I just think it's like hero worship. And then you've got the woman who's in charge. It's the same woman from the Turn Left episode, which is called one who helped Rose get things back to normal. And then like some unit soldiers, like one happens to be the guy who finds the Doctor's dead body in Turn Left. And your boy, Doc's singing quietly. Makes a nice change. So yeah, they're basically back on Earth trying to like get the wormhole open, and the Doctor manages to basically gets this gem which allows him to get through, and then he has to bash up Christina's diamond that she stole. It's worth like 80 million or something, and they get through, and then the threat of these stingray creatures. So perfect. God, I shouldn't actually give away too much away, but. Yes, these are like the stingray. Some blonde guy on the cover, try and cover him up. So these stingray creatures are like stingrays in metal, and then you got these things which aren't quite the villains. They're damn it, I'm gonna get a shot at this. These flies, they look like the villains, but no, they're just normal people on that planet, and a couple of them get devoured by these stingray creatures, which sucks. And basically, they get through. 3 of the stingray creatures get through as well. Unit eventually like have used heavy weaponry to blow them up. And they do, and the Doctor's found Lee Evans' character, who tends to Dr. Malcolm tends to measure a unit of energy after himself, like Dr. Watt did. He wants to name something a Malcolm, which is hilarious. He has a way. Oh, and one of the people on the bus has psychic powers. They win the lottery every week. She always gets the 3 numbers to win the £10. Don't know if that's how it works anymore, but yeah. 3 numbers equals a tenner. Maybe it's still the case. And yeah, they've done that every single week. And she sends a subscribe to the Doctor. I think your song is ending. He will, it is returning, and he will knock 4 times. That's quite interesting. Doctor's quite freaked out at the end of that, and that's possibly he doesn't forget. Christina, of course, after a kiss, which hopefully isn't too much more just gratitude. Who knows? She asks if she can come with him. He's like, no. And this is the best part of the episode. This is like the tone of this series. He went off because Dave Morsey's character had his own family. He was never going to travel with the Doctor or anything. But here you get someone who wants to, and he doesn't let her because he's just too broken by the events of series 4. Losing Rose, he needed someone like at the end of the Christmas episode offered Donna to come with him. Met Martha, asked her along, and then after like even more misery when Martha had like had enough and walked out, he could jump at the chance of Donna like wanting to come with him after all. Here, he won't let anyone with him. It's just the losses are too hard, and it's a great idea, and it's the best part of the episode, to be honest. You know, he says, yeah, he's lost everybody he's travelled with, never again. But yeah, that's kind of it. There's just not a great amount going on in this episode. Considering they only did 4 in a 2-part Christmas finale, Christmas Day and New Year's Day. They really should have come up with something better. It's not a bad episode, and at least, like, they're never going to celebrate Easter, but it's quite cool to see him eating a chocolate Easter egg. But that's just it. It's just a skippable episode. Easily the weakest of these specials. Yeah, if you see if they were on the ABC system. The dog's going a bit mad again. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Not particularly great, but thankfully what comes after is a lot better. So I will see you then.